Hello crafty friends, it's Rhonda. I'm a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator and I am happy that you are here today. Today I have a sketch. I thought this was a really neat sketch. I didn't have a plan for papers in the beginning. I just kind of started looking around at my pictures and what I wanted to do and what I wanted to use, and I can't wait to show you what I came up with. As I've told you before, I'm working on my family reunion scrapbook. So from 1981 to the present, I'm now on 2016, and I only have 4 double page layouts to finish, and I have until next Sunday to do it. So wish me luck that I get that all done. I still have a lot of journaling and stuff like that to do, but not real lot. There's not a lot to journal. It's pretty much the same thing year after year after year. I just like to write names in and stuff, you know, so future generations will know who these people are. So I'm happy to get started today, and I have a lot of the prep work done, and it's going to be fun. So, all right, what I have decided to use, I'll leave this right here. This is the right side. I'm using this Splendid Autumn 6x6 series paper. They're really pretty papers if you haven't seen them. They've been around for a while. They have these beautiful scenes on one side and then just kind of a pattern, muted pattern on the other side. Really pretty. They are still available. They're in the newest catalog. Now on the sketch, they don't put anything in the center here, but I had it all together and I had my pictures on it, and I did not like all the white space in the middle. And I needed something to contrast the white borders on my pictures. So anyway, that's the Splendid Autumn 6x6 papers. And I've used my last 2 of these on them. And then I just stuck this whole sheet in the center. This is a pretty one too. I know it's like those Queen Anne's lace or something like that. But the green really matched nicely. So I thought, oh well, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. I like it. And so that's going to be the right page. As you can see, that's pretty much the same. And then I'm going to push this way over here in screen. And then got the left page here. I got some washi tapes. It took me a while to get my camera right. I just told my husband, I said, come here and look at this. This is why I need a different video cam stand, because I have this on several things to get to the height so that you can see both pages, and it's still cutting it close. So this is the right side, and then I just cut the other green piece in quarters, diagonally, so I'd have the triangles, and these go in the center. I think it looks really pretty. I love the colors. Now, the pictures I'm using today are just some basic pictures of the reunion at the park in the pavilion. And the reason I chose yellow, you might think is kind of silly. There is a reason I chose yellow. These are the pictures for this side. And then these are the pictures for this side. And this is the reason why I chose yellow. I wanted to bring in the bucket there. My cousin Mike always brings his train. He's made a train out of those great big steel drums that they put oil in. He's made this long train, and every year he brings it and people hop in it, all ages, and we ride around the park. It's at a really nice park and campground. There's so many, there's a nice playground for the kids. They have that frisbee golf or whatever. They have a trail that goes over a river that's called the Little Mac. It's a swinging bridge and a big long trail where you can fish. Nobody really catches anything, but some people do fish. All right, so I feel like I need to push this over just a little bit more, but I tell you, I am seriously afraid that if I move this, my camera is going to tumble down on me. So my embellishments that I chose are, you can see these little daisies here. They are from a suite that came out last year, which is still available also, and it's called the Floral Delight. And the Stamp and Die bundle had all these nice flowers in it, and I thought they were nice. Just the way they're made, I thought they went well with this paper, so I decided to use those for my embellishments. And I had them all cut out already. I have 2 envelopes here full of greenery and branches and stuff, so that's what I'm going to use for my embellishments. So let's get started. First of all, isn't this just the cutest sketch? I really like it. And these papers, I think, are perfect. See what's on the other side of this one was just a couple of trees on the left-hand side. And there was a kind of a stream going through. So, well, today we were supposed to go to a car show. Some of you might know we have a 2021 Corvette that my husband shows. He loves to go to car shows. It's not a modified car or anything. It's just a new Corvette, and it's his pride and joy. Actually, it was my idea to get it, to be honest with you. Let's see. I want to make sure I get these right. I think that went right to the peak of the 6 and 6. So we were supposed to go to a car show today at a lake, but it is so humid outside. We just said, nope, not happening. Hot and humid does not go well with me. I would have liked to go. My grandson has his other grandparents have a cottage at that lake. I would have liked to have gone. He's up there almost every weekend, and I could have watched him swim and stuff. I haven't been able to see him swim since he learned how to swim, but it's just too hot. I would have been sick for a few days afterwards, I think. All right, now before I go too far, I want to see if this is straight. So let's get the trusty T-ruler out and see if this is actually straight. 6 and 6. Maybe it looks good. Looks good. Yep. Okay, happy with that. So anyways, I did a little, well, I was thinking I was going to can a couple of quarts of tomatoes this morning, but I had just that, 2 quarts of tomatoes, and by the time I heated them up and all that, it wouldn't even have been 2 quarts. So I just threw them in a freezer bag. I blanched them, took the skins off, threw them in a freezer bag, and I'll probably do that several times before it's time to do any canning. And then once they're all ready, then I'll just take them out of the freezer, throw them in a pan. And for the majority of them, I'm going to make salsa, but I do need a couple of quarts of tomatoes. And so I thought, well, maybe I have enough today, but no, I'll probably have to wait another week before I can get that amount. And I always have to save at least one for my husband because he just looks so forward to this time of year to eat the fresh tomatoes. And honestly, it's the only kind of tomatoes I like is Michigan homegrown tomatoes. I hate restaurant tomatoes. Yuck. They always are yucky. I hate them. I always pick them off my salad. Doesn't that look pretty? And then I just thought it looked so bare with nothing here, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. The green was what I was going to use. I had thought about using this for my photo mats, but then I decided that I wanted white for the photo mats because the green, and there's a lot of green in the photos, so I decided that I would just use this for another decorative element, and I think it looks really neat. I don't know if this is exactly the the papers I wanted for this layout, but you know what? I have used so many papers for this scrapbook, and when I get it all done, I am going to show you all the different pages I made. Some of them are with Stampin' Up, some of them are with Close to My Heart papers, and some of them are with really old papers, just whatever I felt like using. It's been nice to use up some of these papers, and being able to scrapbook 6x6 papers is really awesome because Stampin' Up has so many cute 6x6 paper packs. And it's really, this was a nice layout or nice sketch to be able to use 6x6. So don't think you can't scrapbook with 6x6. And I don't even know where this came from. It was one that I had printed out, and it says Noreen something, and I cannot read the rest of it. So I cannot credit that person because I have no idea where I got it or anything. It just, I was putting some sketches in my little 3-ring binder that I use to store them in, and I came across that one in a pile, and I thought, oh, well, that's a cute sketch. I think I'll make that one. But I don't have any idea where it came from. I've probably had it for a couple of years. I used to store them on my desktop computer, and I thought, well, that's stupid. I never print them off, and so I started printing them off instead of storing them, and that's good. Doesn't that look cool? And don't these flowers look nice with it? The colors are perfect. A big perk for that is the fact that they were already cut and put together, so that was nice. Now let's do this one. Put those over there, and we'll start up here. I see people using the Stampin' Up acrylic mat or silicone mat all the time for gluing, and I just happen to have this one. I don't even know what it goes to. You can see it's very yellowed. I've had it for years, and it came with something, but I don't know what. Some scrappy thing, but I don't know what. When I first set out to make this layout, I was looking for papers with balmy blue in it to match their shirts. But I have used so many blue papers in this book because each of the families, my grandfather had there were 8 of them, all boys, and each of the 8 families had a different color tone, and so we all had t-shirts made and stuff, and so ours was blue. And so if people don't still have the one that was printed on, they still wear the blue most of the time. And so a lot of my papers are blue, you know, or they have blue mats. I matted a lot of the photos in blue because there's just so much blue. And so this time, after I found this paper, and I thought, you know what, balmy blue doesn't really go with it. I mean, it's a color in this paper pack, but it doesn't really go with this particular daisy paper. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go with white photo mats, and I'm going to embrace these papers instead of thinking about the clothing. Since it's in a park, there's lots of green from the trees and the grass, and of course my yellow in the train. And then one of the pictures here has some leaves falling down here that are yellow, and the grass is kind of yellow. So I thought, well, that will be fine. So anyway, I don't know what the temperature is today. The last I looked, it was supposed to get up to 91, but the humidity, good grief, it is so bad. The last 3 or 4 days, I don't know what's up with that. I actually heard that it's from cornfields, and we have a lot of cornfields around us. The corn actually, you know, kicks off or holds a lot of moisture and causes the air to be moist, but I think it might also have to do with the fires in Canada. They've been playing havoc on us with the smoke in the air. Gosh, I don't know where you live, but where we live, there was air quality alerts for about a week. They finally went away, but I don't know if this is doing me any good to try to line this up. I'm just kind of looking at this right here, and I look like I got it pretty good. So I'm going to go with it. It's going to be covered up a lot anyway, but there. Isn't that cute? Look at that. That is a cute layout. I really, really like it. Tell me what you think in the comments. If this is a cute sketch, is it something that you want? Because if it is, you know, I don't know if I can share it somehow in my description. I don't know. Never tried to do that. So here's the pictures. This is my mom, the oldest, Aunt Jean. She has passed away. Now my mom also had 7 kids in her family. So my mom, this is Aunt Jean, this is my mom's twin brother, Uncle Merle. This is Uncle Donald. Uncle Robert passed away a few years ago, as well as Aunt Arlene. So now Uncle Donald is the oldest at 95. My mom and her twin brother are both still with us, and they will both be 94 this October. So such a blessing to have this, and I wanted to get this scrapbook done before, you know, we quit going. I don't know what's going to happen once they pass away, if my immediate family will go or not. So I'm going to use a flip flap on this one. I already have the pictures on there, and I'm going to put that on top of there. The pictures were pretty similar, but this kind of shows the amount of people that come. And then this is just kind of a far away one of the same thing, and I thought, well, I'll just stick them in a flip flap. And so we had that, and then these are my twin cousins, Ann and Beth, and they are my Uncle Donald's daughters. And I had that one like that, and then this one up here like that. So what I was thinking, I don't know why I cut this picture down. I just didn't like all the space around it. I was thinking I was going to cut them all down a little bit, and then I didn't end up doing it. So to create my nooks and crannies, okay, I thought I would have a title here, which I have photo memories, and I have family is everything. And those were from this close to my heart set called Sweet Memories Scrapbooking. And I kept this mostly because of all these pictures that I have of family, of older, you know, heritage type stuff. And so I'm using that. And then I have these 2 little ones. Love those smiles. I wanted to put here because it's so cute. And then I have this little round circle here that says Family Time. And those two came from Captured Happiness by Close to My Heart also. So, of course, when we started, Stampin' Up! Didn't have a lot of scrapbooking stamp sets. So I've kept quite a few of the ones that I did have. But they're starting to get some now, and that makes me happy. They have some nice ones. So... okay, so I was going to do one embellishment cluster here. Let's show you what this one did. They had the title and kind of a cluster up there, a cluster down here, and a cluster here. So I was thinking of putting the title right here, one of these two. Haven't decided which. And then I was going to do a cluster here. I'm trying to remember how I thought this. Oh, I know. And I was going to do a cluster here and a cluster here. So I'd have my... no, that wasn't it. How was I going to do that? I wanted to have my triangle. So I was going to do that. How was I going to do that? I do not remember. Cluster. Maybe I was going to move these over. Ah, yeah. Cluster, cluster, cluster. That would be nice, because then I don't cover up my pretty daisy paper, which is the star of this show, I think. So that's what I'll do. Now, let's see what we have here. We have lots of these, of course, so we can have one down there, and then we'll have that there and that there. Let's see. And we have just enough of those, I think. I like the little half ones. Let's see if I got another one. I don't know why I have two envelopes of these. Yep, there's another one. There we go. So we got a big and two littles on each one. And then we have these nice branches that we can build our little cluster on. I don't know if I even like that. Got some cute little white ones. Oh, those are on a branch. Oh, here's what it looked like when I kind of stuck together. I made a cluster for a scrapbook layout. I don't think this all goes on here. Some of it's just stuck. Maybe it does. Yeah, I made this little cluster out of them. I don't think this is supposed to be on there. I think that's just stuck there. There. I think. Not sure. I'm really not sure what was supposed to be on here and what wasn't. Because this is sideways. I don't think I would have put that on there sideways, but maybe I did. So that's kind of what it looked like. But I'm thinking now I'm just going to do flowers and leaves. So let's see, what should I do? Photo memories or family is everything? I think I'm going to do the photo memories just to be different. So that'll go there. And then down here, we have a bunch of leaves. Let's pull some leaves out here. You're not going to be able to see them that well on here. So just go like that. I think it goes this way. I might cut a little branch. Maybe just have a little branch. I don't know. I can't decide. I'm going to pause and I'm going to figure this out and then I'm going to come back. Okay, I am back. And I took the opportunity to get a lot of this down so that you didn't have to watch me. And I've got my flower down there, nice triangle there. I've got all my pictures down and my title. The only thing left is this and some bling. I'm going to do this, I wanted to do the flip flap in case you didn't know how to do them. I wanted to show you. So you have them like this. They come in a pack of 10 or 12. This is for 4x6. You can get 4x4s and 3x4s from Stampin' Up! Now. And you have this sticky band here. Now this is going to go down. So what I want to do, this is the picture I want to be on the front. And then when I put this in here, this is going to flip up and you'll be able to see the other pictures. And this is going to go down and it's going to go underneath this picture. So I didn't quite put it down. These flip flaps are just a super, super good way to get extra pictures on your layouts. Now let's see if I can do this. I'm actually going to pull this up and I'm going to align my photos just like that. Hold on to them good. Put this down. I have a little, let me see if I can do it this way. I have some adhesive on the back of this picture, so maybe I can get that to stick. Now I have my photo mats cut a little bit smaller than 4x6. And these are a true 4x6 they hold. So it's a little smaller, but that's okay. Whoopsie, let's get that straight. And then, I didn't exactly hold, but let's stick this down. I think it was about right there. Well, it's gonna have to be. So then if you lift this up, you can burnish that really good with the, and now what I do, a lot of people will attach these flip flaps right to the outside of their page protector. But I don't like to do that. I cut slits in my page protector and then I pull this through the slit so it's interactive that way. It's a personal preference, however you're comfortable doing it. So that layout is done except for some bling, you guys. Oh wait, I was gonna do this, wasn't I? Love those smiles. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do that because it just doesn't really bling. Doesn't really go that well. So I think I'm just gonna skip that. What came with this paper, the Delightful, whatever it was called, are these little bees, these little bee trinkets, which are still available. Tiny bee trinkets. They're available online. And I love them. I bought 3 packs of them. So I'm going to use a little glue dot. I got the little tiny glue dots. Stampin' Up! Sells some glue dots, but I don't know if they're these itsy bitsy ones or if they're just the small. These are the micro glue dots. So I'm not sure which one Stampin' Up! Sells. I'll find out when I run out, I guess, because I need to buy some. I know I'm going to use a few of these. I was looking for some bling and I thought, oh, what came with these? What came with this? And then I remembered it was these cute little bees. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with that. I like to put a few around each cluster. So how cute is this? We got a little bee here. One there. I'm so happy they carried these on because I absolutely love them. They are the cutest dang little things and they go with so many papers. I'm gonna do 3 down here. I'm gonna do 5 on each page, I think. And then I'll do 2 up on the top. Do one right there. And we're going to do 1 right here. Doesn't seem like that's sticking very well. I got some dimension on these. I put a little bit on each one. And then I got this one over here. Let's see. How many should I put on this one over here? you know, if I do 3 in each one, then I have 9, and that gives me that odd number we're all looking for. I do 3 on everything, like when I make a card, I always have 3 blings on a card, always. Once in a while, I will go to 5, depending on what it is, but most of the time, it's 3. Whoopsie, I got one in there still. Put one more right here. It's in my fingernail. And then I'm going to do one more. And we're going to put that one over here somewhere. There. That's it, folks. That is my layout. Oh, I really love it. Let me know in the comments if you like it or not. I think it's really super, 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 super cute. See my dimension there? I love these flowers. Love, love, love these flowers. I like my little photo memories. That's really cute. And then I have that one there, nice and dimensional. That one there, nice and dimensional, and of course a flip flat. So I want to thank you so much for watching today, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, oh, I would appreciate it so much. Like and subscribe and comment. I would love all 3 of those, and I will see you in a week or so, and I hope you have a really nice rest of your weekend if you're not burning up, and I'll see you next time here on YouTube. Bye-bye.